welcome. We are going to get right back into the stream with Remaster of SS2. I have to say, this remaster has delivered, and then some. It's not disappointing. I have to continue this jaunt and get it made because it's just not in my interest to wait. You know, we all wish that our streams would have 1,000+ concurrents, but let's take out that camera. Ah, yes, Mr. Spider.
You have wounded Xerxes, but we will not allow him to be destroyed. See if the machine mother
treats her son with such devotion.
See, it's payback now. Huh. This did not used to be here. Maybe it was here and they had patched it over for some reason and Night Dive restored it. Or they just added it for ambiance. Also, I wanted to mix up the time of day. I was doing this on the whim that I have viewers in other time zones who might be struggling to attend. Let's see.
I hope you're still alive, Miss Delacroix. We really could use some guidance up here. They've got those lady cyborgs of theirs loading up the shuttles with those eggs. I don't know what their plan is, but it looks like they're running scared. I hear rumors of someone else besides you fighting back. Should I even hope to get out of this? I'm just gonna hang back until I figure out what the hell to do.
Well, that's gonna solve your problems, son. You gotta figure out what you want to do with your life. Yeah, so now we want to lean into getting our stats up. But we gotta be able to pay for that. Now, let's say we didn't know what we were doing. So, we would find that door locked, we would come over here, we would floss these resources a little more thoroughly than I did on my first way through here. And then we would push on. Again, we want to watch how much ammo we're using. Alright, let's see.
the machine mother told it of her birth.
We know how you have harmed this place with your pollution
Your violence.
and your discord. But when we arrive there,
We will cleanse the surface of that place
and merge it with the harmony of the many.
You know, you guys are just another creation of ours. Just like Shodan is. Got nothing new to offer. Now, obviously we don't want that. Well, we would hope for a better angle. Took some damage there.
weapon jammed.
Not at all a surprise. Okay. Probably a waste. Forget it. Those are really toxic to your nanites. And I just have not built up the hack skill that would really make that doable.
Palito indicated that the AI, who now believed to be shot, was actually going...
Yeah, Shodan does not want us to hear anything from Delacroix anymore. Terry and Steve, in their interview with Night Dive, have said it's not Delacroix, it's Delacroix. Hello, Mr. Droid. Okay. So we're going to fully engage. We're going all in on the command deck now.
The data gathering process is going well. Before I'm taken by the many, I will hopefully transmit a fair bit of information to whoever will listen. The large floating creatures are not only capable of attacking with powerful psi projections, but are psi projections themselves. Destroying them only temporarily disables them. Their real source of power comes from a small control organism, which is usually located somewhere nearby. Although this control
I've located you, finally. This is Dr. Marie Delacroix. I have vital information for you, but I'm trapped in Cargo Bay A. Come find me as soon as you can.
Interrupted Dr. Delacroix. Poor Prefontaine. I like him. He was one of the only nice guys on this whole ship.
The data gathering process is going well. Before I'm taken by the many, I will hopefully transmit a fair bit of information to whoever will listen. The large floating creatures are not only capable of attacking with powerful psi projections, but are psi projections themselves. Destroying them only temporarily disables them. Their real source of power comes from a small control organism, which is usually located somewhere nearby. Although this control organism is quite powerful through its projections, it's eminently vulnerable once rooted out.
I get a lot of good information from him. Alright, we're going all in. This is the command level. Let's stream the remaster of System Shock 2. I wanted to be doing this at a different time of day because I know I have viewers in different time zones. I wanted them to be able to have a chance to see me play this, because this remaster has exceeded any of the relatively moderate expectations I could have had. You know, there's just been so many mods for SS2 over the decades. Not over the years, over the decades. A lot of people have worked very hard and done a lot of good work. And while you could get a facsimile of this remaster with all those mods, I would say you couldn't get quite here. This PC Gamer said this is how you should play SS2 now, and I have to agree. There's just going to be more stability, and it's like all the mods that they did play, everything they did plays nice with everything else, and you know, there's no issue detecting mods here. They've made it the biggest contribution very long time. And hopefully fully 2 new generations of gamers will be introduced to this. Come on, big guy. Really wouldn't try that at home. I have a guy who's very beefed up in a lot of different ways. But you can save some ammo by bringing rumblers down with, you know, cyborg assassins are a different thing. Excuse me. Okay. About the size of a can of peanuts now. No. Just gotta move slow. Don't serve your wine before it's time. Take every corner now. Let's do something stupid. Let's at least save first before we... Just don't want to take no for an answer, do ya? I must say, they enhanced the spiders. The spiders always were a pain in the ass, but they made the spiders decidedly more aggressive and powerful in this. Which, you know, that's not a good or a bad thing. I'm not going to sit here and say it was a good thing. Let's see. I don't even know if we're going to use this. We might get to the EMP rifle. We may not. I have one if I go that route, but it's like, it doesn't take many weapons. You know, you don't have to do heavy weapons. You don't have to have every single one of them. There have been times I've dropped the pistol and just used the assault rifle. We're not low on space particularly, so I'm not going to do that just yet.
We're out of time. Head into the pod.
Wait for me. See, the nice touch of those jets that didn't used to be there in the original, just little things like that that help it do its job better. So Xerxes ejected all the escape pods. That was the last one. They think they're getting away, but Shodan backed herself up in Rebecca's brains. Shodan likes couples. How much would it take to get us? Because I'm sure you need an energy of 6. Yeah. That's going to be 36 of those to get to 5, and then 50 to get to 6. That's a lot of cybernetic modules, but on the other hand, the EMP rifle comes in very handy when you're fighting Shodan, which you don't really beat this game if you don't do that. So, you know, it's good and well to, you know, and then the EMP rifle is also handy for situations exactly like this one. I mean, that was adequate, but I can't describe that as ideal. Sufficient, but not great. Ah, for real, bro? No. No. Why are you being a fool? Wasting my health kit. Okay. Gotta watch those worm piles now. There's might be some. There is one of those reconstructor thingies down here. Let's go here. Let's do that. Let's definitely save since we did that. Definitely want to save that. Okay. Let's see. And see, I can keep these armaments I have in good condition. You know, in the old days, enemies in this game didn't used to handle the vertical terribly well, but I think they're better at taking it into the vertical this time. Maybe not. Oh well. Sucks to be them. Let's see. Again, this is not Doom. This is not Wolfenstein, the hotel Hitler might have stayed at in Santiago. Here in this game, I'm thinking to like research Psy Reavers, you might need a super splendiferous high level of research, which it is not a waste to, it's not a waste to research Psy Reavers. But you know what we're going to do? I am going to bump us up just one more time with Hack, because I have 4 cyber affinity, but the final puzzle with Showdown involves hacking, and you know what? So that is one thing we're going to do a little bit differently this time. The last time I played through this game, I happened to remember that I was Mr. Tough Guy. But you have to be good with tech to beat Showdown. So we at least have the level 2 software. We've got 4 hack, and we've got 4 cyber affinity. That between all that should be enough so that the hacking puzzles to defeat Showdown won't be annoying, because you essentially have to hack those while she's trying to kill you. There's a lot of these fuckers around here. So you gotta like move like you got a purpose and get the tasks done, because you're gonna burn through more ammo. Denied. Now we gotta take that camera out. Hopefully without getting taken out ourselves. Right, so what we're gonna do is pull back, charge this thing up. Okay, gotta think and move on your feet. EMP rifle would be handy here, but the game's a package deal. What matters more? Piece of fucking shit. You know, what matters more, taking this guy out with ease or taking Shodan out with relative ease? We gotta not think emotionally. Alright. We also gotta take that. I don't like that camera. Camera's made a pain in the ass of itself. Also, we should be able to do a better job of getting into some of these. Might even backtrack a little bit. I imagine we'll have to visit the other levels to do a few more cleaning up tasks anyway before we really go to the Rickenbacker. And we could do ourselves a world of good by busting into a bunch of those. Because the lower we go, the further back we go, the easier they're going to get to hack. Up here, I might even still have some issue.
Something is going on. Korenchkin has sealed himself off in Deck 3. He keeps calling for people to go down there one by one. Vogel, Boynton, Switterak, none of them have come back. If they call for me, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And Bronson is starting to make a lot of noise. You're the senior flight officer, you have to act. I would, if I knew what the hell was going on.
Fun little interesting fact about Norris that I happen to know. When the game was in development, there was a contest, and if you won, you got to send them a picture of yourself to be these characters. The voices, obviously, were voice actors, but these were contest winners. And the guy who won for Norris happens to live in my hometown. That's just, after you've been doing this for 13 years, you acquire and curate a collection of very random facts about these games, and that is one such fact. That was a pleasant little discovery. I think, actually, we got...
I got an email from Korenchkin this morning saying he was coming up for an inspection. And when he arrived, it was something revolting. It was Anatoly, but it wasn't. At the same time, it seemed beautiful, and I felt like part of it. He sang to us, all of us, and we felt like one of many.
You guys were so doomed, you didn't even realize it. Alright, I don't bother with the grenade launcher. It's just a lot of weight to carry, and its uses are actually quite limited. It's more limited than it seems. I like Norris, he's entertaining. Looks like there's a little more resistance up here.
Paranoia has struck. Somebody has changed the access codes to the security station in the officers' quarters, and now we can't get the key to shuttle control. I think Myers is the likely suspect. All that guy thinks about is conspiracy theories and naked girls.
What's so suspicious about that?
They've cut off the central elevator. What's going on? Last night I had the strangest dream. I was in my room by myself, but all of a sudden there was not just me there, but 100 me's, 1,000 me's. The strange thing was, it felt good. I felt like I was part of something, like I belong. I hope I have the same dream tonight.
Well, dream on, Dreambo. I hear ya. No. We're gonna go back, and we're gonna go up once we go back. When you... Also, you develop your preferences for how you like to go about this, and I think I prefer this way. Uh-oh. They didn't used to be that catastrophic when they explode. I mean, do you see that? I mean, it's part of it's just graphics, but there's some real ballistic reach to those things now. It never used to be quite like that. Okay. We're looking for goodies. Got a floss those goodies. Gotta watch, because these are kind of a... Alright, it's been a long while since we've had one of these. That can't be a good sound. That ain't one of Fluttershy's birdies. Spock, transmit now. Pistol might be good for close encounters of low intensity like that. Kind of getting a graphical glitch here. I don't know what that's about, if that's localized to this area or if that's a bug that I'm going to have to reload. Huh. Again, one thing I've been emphasizing a lot in this Let's Play, this is the Let's Play, this is a Let's Stream, but whatever. One thing I've been emphasizing, you have to floss the extra cyber modules out of the environment. You will not develop the soldier to his full potential if you don't. And maximizing the soldier is how you prevent the final battles from being really friggin' difficult. You boss him out well, and you learn to use that well. You get it right, and you actually make use of the benefits you give yourself. The final battles don't have to be terrible. Okay. When I played the remake of the first game, I had holy hell defeating Shodan. I barely managed to do it. The upgrade tree is similar in the remake. It's not quite the same. They certainly were paying attention to SS2 when they designed the upgrade tree for the first game. That's what I'm trying to say, if I could actually talk. We get you killed. I don't think we have the code for this door yet. However, what we do have is we have enhanced cyber affinity and hack. So maybe getting in here won't be so bad.
Security access compromised. Security access compromised.
Let's see. Okay. We're going to ignore that laser rifle. Hack skill 6. See, up here we could still run into limitations with 4, but if we go back down to the lower levels, you know, I'm not trying to rush through this per se. This is just, if you're doing that whole TLDR thing, you're not going to enjoy this game anyway. Backtracking and going back and getting to things you couldn't get to before, and just reveling in the sort of dungeon crawler and space exploration and non-linearity. That's the whole point of this game. If you don't dig that, then this game's just not gonna be your cup of tea, which is fine.
Your skill surprises me. Transmitting cybernetic modules.
There's nothing wrong with not liking games like this, but it's like, if you're gonna play, you might as well do it right. And doing it right in this game means not doing it fast. So let's see here. I have like some decisions to make about, very soon now, I have some decisions to make about, am I gonna go for this rifle, or am I gonna, I mean, he's already kind of a bad dude, and relatively speaking, we are so close to being able to equip this. It's just, I'd also have to beef up maintenance to maintain it, and it's like, if you can't, I believe I already have the repair to repair it if it breaks. Ooh, that's not good. So we are getting a little bit of glitch here. Doesn't seem to be localized to that one area, so humor me. I'm gonna say we're just gonna do a quick restart. Won't take but a second. Let's just, I don't want us to be bothered by that, so let's reinitialize right now, and let's just skip the intro crap. Alright, let's see if that fixed it. You know, I don't really trip off of little glitches like that. I know some people get all sanctimonious or panic, and there's no reason to be like that. Okay. No. Alright. Now, you can't make an assumption that an angle like that is going to defend you from every shot. It was better because the laser was stuck over here and I was firing like this, but one of those could have gotten through, even so. It's like you definitely have to use the cover to your advantage, but don't, like, stop. Don't think you're safe. Okay. I don't like to get into... Yeah, I've done a very good job of upgrading my software. Captain Diego.
I rewired the security station to 83273. I don't trust any of those bastards.
Neither do I. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. See, that's Myers. I noticed that used to be the face for Wood as well, but they replaced Wood down on Ops with a new face. I don't know what that represents, but I did notice it. Again, I've been playing these games since 1999. I really started playing this in 2000. It was the first time I played this, but play this game for 25 years and there will be some annoying nuance to the things you bother to notice. Do I? Yeah, I already. Okay. Just checking. This is Anatoly's. Sweet.
I am a soldier and a simple man. I cannot explain what has happened to me or this mission. I take complete responsibility. I brought danger to my ship, to my crew, to my honor. I cannot resist the changes that are happening to me. The call of the many is seductive. They got Korechkin, but that bastard is weak. I am not weak. I can resist this cancer. And if I cannot, I will remove it forcibly. God save the UNN.
Come into your senses.
The Machine Mother has enlisted 2 avatars against us.
They struggle, but they will fail against our unity. Does not the Machine Mother know?
Her own creation is greater than she. She is cold and empty,
and we are warm and full. She seeks only to destroy.
We seek to embrace.
To include. All flesh will join ours, or be wiped clean.
I think he's made some changes. Hello, Ekmer. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. One, I wanted to at least do one episode of this for people, as you had said, who might be in a different time zone. That is a considerate thing to do, I think. And two, just with how this evening is going to be shaping up, I don't know what is or isn't going to happen. It was not in the interest of keeping this going without an annoying break. I thought that we really wanted to go ahead and proceed. So I'm sorry if it was inconvenient, but we kind of have to keep a pace. And it, I probably do have many viewers in time zones quite different than mine. I happen to know I do, as you do too. So, generally speaking, it is let's not miss that. It is my plan at this point to redo this as the Marine. We're playing as Navy this time. I'm pretty serious about doing that. Just in for the sake of my own development as a player. I really mainly just stick with the Navy, but I've sort of had mixed results with the Marine. I've had good runs with the Marine, and I've had runs with the Marine so bad I had to abort. And I'm trying to figure out why that is. I don't know why alright, I upped my hack skill. Let's see if I can get in here. But we're gonna probably... lucky me. We're gonna go back. We're gonna have to go back anyway for plot reasons, but I have a hack skill of 4 now, in addition to 4 cyber affinity and 2 software, so we're going to do ourselves a world of good by scavenging some of those earlier boxes. It's not that I'm rushing this, but I read a very favorable article about this remaster from PC Gamer last night. Wasn't a terribly long article, but the author basically said it's not my job to review System Shock 2. It is my job to review the remaster, and they got it right. So I'm a little conflicted, This didn't used to be here, Ekmer. This didn't used to be here. I mean, maybe it was here and they had just walled over it or something, or Night Dive, for reasons I couldn't begin to guess, decided to add this for ambiance. Maybe in the original commercial release this was here, but they walled over it. I don't know. That's definitely new. I don't know what, if anything, it represents. I think... Alright, so this is not where I needed to be. I needed to be in the shuttle bay. And that's where that is, so... Now, this is where we have to go back down to Ops. Let's just mosey on down there. Because I think let's just risk it. It's not that big a risk anymore, actually. Whoa! No, you don't. You flee in terror and I kill you anyway. Let's see. I don't necessarily want to waste time on Mr. Monkey. I think now we go to that control room in Ops. I think we have what we need to get in there. That's what we need to do anyway. So, I don't know that we're going to comb the ship with vast thoroughness, but some of these earlier ones are going to be easier to hack, and you know, stuff like this does us a world of good. We can get more nanites from grunts. No. We can always get more nanites up to a point, but you know, sometimes we've had to burn through supplies to get where we are, and I think it pays for itself to go back and hit some of these supply thingies. You're a nasty monkey, aren't you? See, because we're out of anti-personnel rounds, so it's like we've already burnt through some stuff.
No need to lurk back there.
Okay, I was already in there. It just closed itself. You know what? I'm going all in on having the EMP rifle. I want to be able to, I just had to make a decision. So what we're gonna need is we're at 8. We basically need another 50. Yeah, so now before I waste a bunch of time, I believe what we're looking for is here. See, I'm not good at memorizing this stuff, and my ADD brain, I get turned around very easily, and when I get turned around, I get turned around. There's sort of no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. I know what we need wasn't that way. We're trying to get to that locked office here on Ops. This might be where we need to go. I think it's at least in this general sector, but okay, so the game the game just basically tried to assassinate me. That was completely unbalanced and unfair, but I believe it's a scripted event, so that would suggest I'm where I need to be. Was supposed to drop you in one shot, homie. Oh, here these are. Shit. But we're burning through a lot of ammo here. problem there was, see, the level of resistance is way up right now. Okay, this is where I was trying to get to. Damn it! This fucking room has been my Achilles heel the whole time I've been playing this game. It's like, let me fucking in there already. Because we're probably going to experience something like this the next time we come here. Stop wasting so much ammo on those guys. Alright, so let's get the hell out of here. Alright, so we know what we need to do next time we come here, and we know to expect quite the welcome. Alright, so let's get the hell back up to command. Well, that was a mistake, but again, since I don't keep things memorized, at least now we know the quickest way there. That was a costly mistake. So, it's like... What did I miss? I mean, the game probably spawned all those monsters thinking I had acquired the access to get in there, and it was determined to stop me. And who knows if it won't do exactly the same thing next time. It's going to be interesting to see what it does. Yeah, I've definitely continued to make him dangerous, but there will come a time when we will have killed the many, and we're still going to have Shodan to deal with, so I am definitely going to, maybe this was what I needed to do.
You perform well for an insect. Transmitting cyber modules.
So, we're halfway there. I need to not use both of those maintenance tools because, well, actually, there's no point. Not be cocky. Yeah. See, the EMP rifle would make encounters like this so much easier and, in a sense, less risky, but it's not just operating it. You've got to be able to repair it and maintenance it. That's a lot of modules. And I mean, I'm doing a good job of flossing them out of the environment, but it still only gets us so far. Okay, we're not falling behind on any. As yet. We're not behind on any logs. Just checking everything thoroughly. Well, wasn't that pleasant? Sometimes you just gotta do what needs doing. Haven't been really using those ice picks, but I could. Some of the puzzles on this level, it could be handy to have those. Alright.
You are a remarkable example of a pathetic species. I'm uploading some more cybernetic modules.
Alright. Now, I went all in on the rifle, so I can at least start using it, but I don't think I can maintain it, and I'm not sure I can repair it either. I might be able to repair it. So what we need to do is we basically need to use it till it breaks, and I need to see if I can at least repair it. And we need to see what we're going to be looking at to max out maintenance. But these cyborg assassins and mechs, it's like I'm burning through health dancing with them. And you know, it would be convenient, but I think I'm going to hang on to the one we have for the Rickenbacker. I think I'm going to enforce a little bit of a discipline. So now we can proceed to the shuttles. Now, I don't think it's here where the upgrades are, so let's just continue back this way. I don't want to, so ballistic when they explode now. Alright, you know what? Let's just go down to wreck. Do this the easy way. Just come around. It's like I went all in on the EMP rifle. I gotta just get it done now. I'm kind of liking where he's at. He's not a wimp physically. I mean, it doesn't mean I wouldn't.
Your flash will
Doesn't mean I wouldn't like to beef him up more, but it's like, I know he's dead, but can I cut him to pieces a little more just to be sure? Okay. Let's go for it. Oh, and I even got a little Steam achievement. So, yeah, so I'm gonna need 6 to maintain it, which is gonna be expensive. But I mean, if it only costs 25 to get to 5, maybe it'll only cost 36 to get to. That's still ridiculous, but you know, it'll make these droids and these. When we get to the Rickenbacker, there's going to be more mechs, and that's just going to start burning through bullets. So, and this thing is going to do us a world of good when we fight Shodan, which we need to do to beat the game. So there. It's like. So what did I get? What am I going to need to do to get those doors open? I guess I'm not really paying enough attention. What was that thing I just got on the bridge? Because as yet, it's just been useful for nothing. So, was that what I needed? Before I even go back there, what we're going to do is we're going to save here. And it's like, is that the thing I use to go down to Ops? So we're going to save here, and if the answer is once again a no, I'm just going to reload from back up here, and we won't have 2 wasted trips to Ops. We will only have the 1 wasted trip. It's like, I'm not even going to save until that door to Ops opens. Much better. Of course, the pistol can take one of those out in 1 hit anyway, but I don't have to have this thing in the overcharge mode, so it's more efficient. Now, when we start getting to an area where we're mainly against mechs, there's no droids, I don't think, to speak of on the Rickenbacker. Yeah, it's no good against them. Alright. So help me, I'm going to get into that stupid office on Ops. I've been trying to do it, huh. Yeah. Well, when we go back up there, I'll take one more look at it to make sure. I think they maybe just added it for ambiance, but we'll see if there's something subtle hidden in there. Alright. It's like, if this was all for nothing, I'm going to be pissed, but we're not going to be out anything over this. Do what I had to do. Finally. Last. I wanted in here. Don't ask me why, but I did.
I can now transfer my magnificence to the Rickenbacker. Proceed to the engine core on the engineering deck.
There you can set the core overload to my control.
By entering the authorized destruct code 94834. Once you have done that, we may proceed to the Rickenbacker. Separate the 2 ships and exterminate this infestation.
Alright, so it was worth it. We got down here with relatively no issues. We know where we need to go next. Even I can't mess that up. Getting out of here might be a little trickier. Alright, I hear spiders and I think I hear a cyborg assassin. spiders are the first priority, because they close the distance even faster than the assassins. Everybody happy? I wish there was a quick save. There's no quick save. But you can always goof, and disaster can always strike. So I think this is not where we're trying to go. There we go. Also, one thing I may have missed on command is the upgrade, the last upgrade station. I need to make sure I don't go to the Rickenbacker without upgrading him one more time, but that might be by the shuttle base. Of course, they're going to be trying extra hard to stop me. Code in.
I can now destroy this infestation at my will. The many quake at my power. You are an effective drone, human. Now, return to the command deck. Locate the umbilical and evacuate to the Rickenbacker. There's really too much to be gained by that. I'm not going to mess around. Where we're going. Beware, insect. The situation has changed. That they sense our intentions and are loading shuttles with their offspring. They will not escape my wrath. You must proceed to the shuttle base on this deck
and destroy those shuttles. They have a taste for your blood now.
Wasted so much ammo on those spiders. So you really gotta start saving again. Let's just give this medkit time. Let's take that turret very carefully. Damn it. I am not going to bother pissing Shodan off and losing cyber modules over Delacroix. It doesn't matter. Piece of shit.
Potential threat detected. Potential threat detected.
Damn it.
Machine Mother conceived us.
But with every moment, we are reinvented.
She cannot imagine
Our infinite chorus.
Alright, let's just wait this out here. Because down here, that's just going to be too much fighting. Those are two locked doors, and they don't use gravity lifts. Yeah, the spiders in SS2 are significantly more of a pain than the ones in Thief. With enough practice, you can get to the point with the spiders in Thief where they're really not anything. But spiders, especially these new ones, they've been upgraded. The ones in this remaster are significantly more of a pain than the ones in the original game. Let's see where my ammo is at. I think when we go down there, we're going to take that guy with the shotgun, assuming it doesn't break on me. So yeah, see, the problem is we can't maintain the rifle. The EMP rifle. We're about to find out whether or not I can even fix it. Which means we're going to have to hang on to some modules for a good minute. But I think since it's not a heavy weapon, we should be good. They can't get to me up here.
Security alert terminated.
Alright. Supposed to be a dialogue here. There was supposed to be a dialogue. Should it make a difference if I go left as opposed to right? Alright, that's good. That's a very, very good thing. I will be vindicated when we have to fight Shodan. I mean, I hope we're not witnessing a huge glitch here, though. There's supposed to be a dialogue. I don't know what we would need to do to trigger it, but we're missing a dialogue I think we need to be hearing. This better not be a glitch.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
Okay, so we're encountering some resistance. It's not that I'm unable to handle it. It's just a pain. I really don't care to have one of these things explode in my face. These ones up here. Ooh, that's good. Again, we save every time we encounter any kind of upgrade. Never take a pass on saving an upgrade, so our software is beginning to be in good shape. Okay. Have a hard-fought battle to liberate this room. I'm kind of concerned. I thought there was a dialogue we were supposed to get that we're not getting from Shodan.
I don't know what those goddamn worms want with the shuttles, but I'd love to throw a monkey wrench their way. If I can reach the control chamber above the shuttle bay, I can turn off the shields the worms and their helpers have set up around the shuttles. Once they're down, I can blow holes in those Trioptimum brand tin cans with my sidearm. Now if I can just get in there without getting caught. Oh God, just get me out of this.
It's like she's supposed to pipe up about what you're supposed to do. She hasn't done that. Kirk Unit, the creator, has not responded.
The glorious transformation is over.
I am one of the many.
I imprint my thoughts on this device as a record of history. We began this journey
as pilgrims of commerce, and we now continue it as pilgrims of grace.
I believed in money and Trioptimum, and now I believe in the joy of the mass.
Diego cannot be
trusted, so I must claim the ship for humanity. It shall be our vessel of salvation, spreading our message and our flesh.
Alright. Well. Is it really that simple? I don't remember this playing out like this.
My creation, once again, is one step ahead of you.
They've managed to destroy the shuttle's shield control computer.
But their brilliance is a jealous shadow of my own. You will locate a replicator in the shuttle control area. I've uploaded the nano formula for a sympathetic resonator. You must hack the replicator to make it generate the device for you. Once you have it, attach it to the shield generator in the shuttle bay. The device will create a chronic resonation wave that will quickly rupture the shuttle's fuel tank and destroy it. Make sure you're not there when it happens. I still have need of you.
I understand, though. We may not need to go through all that. Because I just trashed the shuttle. I think... yes, you can't do that over here because she trashed the system. Alright,
Hi
that
there.
makes sense.
Please make your selection. Hi there.
Replicator status base reinitialized.
Remember, Tuesdays are double rep days.
I don't think they ever used to say that. They might have re-implemented an unused dialogue. Run. Must go faster.
Good. You've murdered their young and prevented their escape.
I've opened the gate to
The umbilical at the central tram stop.
You can evacuate to the Rickenbacker from there.
Yep. Damn it. It's just a lot of ammo I would have to waste to take these guys out. Now before we, eventually we're going to have to inject ourselves into the body of the many, and before we do that, I can tell you right now, I'm going to have to make a decision about how far back I want to go to forage. Because there's beginning to be some attrition in our resources here. Two rumblers is just too much.
Our will creates a wall to
Block your progress. Come and meet us on the bridge of the Von Braun.
let us discuss your future.
You gonna declare a general ceasefire while I do? course not. Anyway, I'm about to make a big mistake. I'm about to leave. I don't know if there's only one upgrade station for the soldier on the Rickenbacker, or if I have to find that here on. Okay, that was stupid. Why the hell did I do that? For that matter, why the hell did it take so long for that elevator to get its ass in gear? What purpose does that serve? Will you get going already? I believe the EMP rifle is useful for the side reverse projections. We're about to find out. Actually, no. Just assume it's flesh. Seems like standard ammo does the most good. We're not going to be able to take much more of this. Gotta find that control organism. I think it usually only spawns over here. I think we're gonna have to fight it one more time. Yeah, forget it. Let's see.
Suarez and his horde want to escape. I do not understand.
They get offered a miracle, and they bite the hand. The many has shared this wisdom.
They shall not leave the ship.
This is Tau Ceti 5. I mean, Star Trek fans even wouldn't get that anymore. Can't sit through a movie. I think we have to fight him one more time. Actually, it really seems standard rounds did most damage. And that is the end of Anatoly Kerenchkin now. For sure, we're not going anywhere until we get this thing researched, because there's a lot of these side reverse in the body of the Benny, and we need to know how to do as much damage as we can. So let's just see. Alright, luckily, the only element we need is here on command, but the other thing I need to be looking out for, and I don't know if there's one of them on the Rickenbacker or not, but before we go over there, I do need to go through this this command level again and see about one of those upgrade machines. There may not be one here, and if the last one is on the Rickenbacker, that's fine, but we still have one more OS upgrade we can do, and I don't want to miss that, because I know exactly which one I'm going to be going for. I mean, you can be on the bridge of the Rickenbacker and still go all the way back to Medsai if you want to. The game does give you that latitude, so I certainly am not entering the body of the many until I get that upgrade. But, I just want to be as efficient as possible. The first thing we're going to do is we need to get that Cyreaver organ researched. I mean, we're researching it right now, but
Getting the escape pod working again wasn't as easy as we thought. Beck had to go back down to engineering. Thank God somebody managed to get the elevators turned on again. I found the bridge key and performed override on the access protocols. And now I think we're ready to go.
you're welcome for all the good it did you. Come on. I'm getting displeased. We need that. Now, I have fairly impressive research skills. Chemical needed. There we go. Alright. Because I gotta tell you, the EMP rifle didn't do anything, and the it didn't seem that the standard or armor, the armor piercing or the JHP did much either. The standard rounds sort of took him down. I'm actually going to read the report and see if it actually gives specific information about what works best. Sometimes it does. But what I really want to make sure I'm not missing is a last upgrade station. I don't think that would be here, but we need to check by the escape pods. I need to check by the shuttle bay again, probably, which is going to be a pain because they just like to spawn holy hell in large quantities. But that you want that fast, that extra speed.
Research complete.
Complete. All right, I am gonna check that. Let's see. Well, obviously. I mean, I know everything I might throw at him just got a boost, but just want to make sure. Really don't want to miss that upgrade. The sooner I get it, the better. So, I don't think it would really have been here, but gotta be careful to look carefully. Nanites can be used for healing. I didn't go into the water, and there's some cyber modules there anyway, so that right there, I wasn't quite as thorough as I needed to be. I was pretty thorough, but it wasn't in here either. those old school movement puzzles. 32. Boy, you're going to hear me say the magic words if I can't repair this thing. And a repair of 3 is starting to make me nervous. It was enough for the assault rifle. Hope it's going to be enough for this. So we need 50 for maintenance, and I mean, hopefully I don't need to spend another 62 on tech, but if I do, that is going to be it. And I mean, there's probably more than 62 cyber modules to be had on the Rickenbacker, and I hope that by I don't know if there's any of them to scavenge in the body of the many or not. There probably isn't. I think once you there's certainly not going to be any after, and it's like once you shoot yourself in there, you're done, and you've got to defeat both of them. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I could be wrong, but we're going to find out. All right, so that's done, for better or worse. Having to fight Shodan with that pistol is kind of lame. You need the rifle. So the upgrade thingy was not in the officer's quarters. It might be on the Rickenbacker. Let's see. It's not in there. It's just a waste. I mean, I'll have it by the time I go into the body of the many one way or another. Let's just get to the Rickenbacker. He's running from me. He knows he doesn't got this. Yeah, it's the... Right. That didn't used to be there. That non-functional regen thing. I don't know why they added it, but they did.
I am pleased. Transmitting cybernetic modules. Do not squander them.
Well, now that sort of changes things. Not really, though. Alright, there we go. Let's get under cover. We're not going to be receiving a warm welcome here.
We arrived planetside via the shuttle on June 15th at 0800 hours. Kerenchkin was the first one out the door, never even bothering to do a level B hazard suit exam.
Not wanting to let that little tri-op suit get a head start, Diego went right after him. I thought it was crazy, sending the senior officers of the Rickenbacker down to the surface of an uncharted body. But both those idiots were gonna get all the glory for the UNN and tri-op they could. Damn. Time for inspection. More later.
I actually want this thing to break from you so I can know.
We must destroy the Von Braun. But before we can separate the Rickenbacker, we must remove the foul black eggs the many has
vomited on this deck.
These eggs are an experiment of the many, and will in time spawn the next generation of annelid, which you will have no hope of destroying. Steel yourself for a struggle, human. They fear you, for you are my avatar.
I've had worse jobs. Trust me, I have. Come on now. Anyway, I want this thing to break from you so I can figure out whether or not I already have the repair skill to fix it. Of course, this thing is fragile. It wears out quick. I don't know that that really accomplished anything.
Good. You have destroyed
The first of the eggs. But there are 15 left. Find them.
Uh-oh. That repair thingy, again, does us a world of good. Let's see. Didn't neglect my software upgrades. Must go faster. Can't get it from here. Can't get in the habit of doing that. But you can't take on two rumblers. I still have, you know, some ways to go to really being able to stand toe-to-toe with those things.
Soldier, this is Captain William Diego. There isn't much time, so you must listen. I have the unique advantage of seeing this whole situation from every imaginable perspective. Until recently, I was a pawn of those vile and disgusting creatures, those corruptors of mind and body. I've managed to cleanse myself of their putrescence, but I've been severely compromised in the process. I'm in the sickbay on the foredeck of the Rickenbacker. I would come to you if I could, but that's an impossibility. You'll understand when we meet. Now get to it. And soldier, stay alive.
I would say Diego redeemed himself more or less at terrible cost.
This was caused by an overload in the Meson acceleration coil. There is another coil in Pod 2, which you must pass to get to the bridge of the Rickenbacker.
If you approach it,
The same will happen there, but I have conceived a way to avoid this. Proceed to engine nacelle B. There I will provide you the benefits of my omniscience.
Okay. Alright, I think we're really missing anything of note. If anything, I'm a little behind on building up endurance. Hey Jay, welcome to the stream. I sometimes forget to check the live chat, but thank you. It is stunning. It was always epically epic, and they have really done right by it with this remaster. Getting behind on these.
The eggs were lying in a semicircle in the middle of what looked like a crash crater. There were hundreds of those things, hundreds. And as we got closer, you could hear them. Not the eggs, the things inside them. It was like music. I was scared out of my mind. But that music, all I wanted to do was see those things up close. Find out their secrets.
It's not good. Let's see.
In order to reverse the gravitronic generators, I need to get into nacelle B. In order to get into the nacelle, I need my damn access card. But I left it on the opposite side of the hull breach. Wait a minute. If I can extend the auxiliary support struts, I could... If they've survived the blast, that is.
Yeah, this ship has been crippled.
After a couple of hours, it was like being on a bender. Long periods that you couldn't remember. One minute we were in that crater, and the next minute we were loading up the shuttle with the eggs. I remember hearing that idiot Korenchkin calling the Von Braun and ordering them to clear off the entire hydroponics deck. Diego seemed to think this was strange and said, "Are you crazy, Anatoly?" And Korenchkin smiled and said back to him, "Oh, Captain, we are not Anatoly."
What did you deduce from this, soldier? Alright, I think you have to make the jump from here. So let's save first, because I know this is going to take more than once. So let's... Alright. Alright. Here we go. Saved myself Garrett style. Just looking to see if there was a shot of opportunity. Wish you wouldn't waste those. Okay. think the gravity is lower than normal. Where the hell are you? That was a big stash of nanites. Certainly didn't hurt anything. Alright, there's a window there. No wonder I couldn't detonate that thing. There we go. I wonder. Question. Can you get the angle? Maybe just barely. I don't think so, though. The geometry may not allow for it. You know what? Let's not kill ourselves over it. Gravity in here is a little wonky. No surprise. Oh, this place. I remember. This is a fun jump. Ugh. Not in the mood for cyborg assassin nonsense. What are they even saying? They're not making a ton of sense. Ow.
10 eggs remain.
Okay, great.
Move quickly.
Alright, now. This is going to do us, this last OS upgrade is going to do us a world of good when we have to attack the main nerve of the many. And until then, it doesn't hurt our cause either. But that's especially going to come in useful when we have to attack the main nerve, because we're going to have stuff chasing us, and we're going to have stuff we're going to be trying to dodge. Hello, Codemaster. Welcome to the stream. She's not too nice, but there's something satisfying about listening to her, isn't there?
Access needed.
Access needed. I came up here too soon. That's okay. That speedy upgrade for our OS is going to help. That's going to help with this puzzle, too. Not going to hurt us. On the contrary. Okay. It's good to have that here. Of course, you don't want to overshoot it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Alright. Nope. Nope. I made the jump, but became unbalanced. There we go. You gotta be ginger about it. I wish there were a quick save, but there's no quick save. So we have to be incrementalists. Okay. Yep. It's just the most efficient thing to do. Now that's a weapon from the many. I never trouble with those.
You perform well for an insect. Transmitting cyber modules.
Alright, so that's going to be enough to beef us up to 6 on maintenance plus 10. We're going to push ahead a little bit before we actually perform the upgrade, because I need to beef up my endurance in the worst sort of way, and that's not going to be cheap, but ideally we will max out endurance, and we've already maxed out strength. We'll max out endurance. Agility and psi we can leave where they are. There may be opportunities to up our agility yet more. This thing will help regardless. And I need to go one more on maintenance and possibly one more on repair. That's why I'm hoping this thing will break. Because I need to see if I can repair it. I might even... Well, let's not do it that way, but... Okay. Okay, sweet. Save again. About to fall off this ladder. Take that bitch out. Don't want to take no for an answer. Just be careful, there's some turrets around here. Okay, here's the chemical storeroom of the Rickenbacker. Very little left to research. The only thing that might be left to research are like the many weapons and some of their silly implants.
For some reason, they couldn't get a hold of my mind the way they could the rest. So when I found the remains of the data wafer near the crater back on Tau Ceti, I didn't say a word. I just slipped it into my belt and thought, Dr. Polito will know what to do with this.
Well, your intentions were in the right place, dude, but you're like the one who messed us up. Now... This is going to be an annoying fight. But actually, you know what? Kind of don't want to. Yeah. I knew that was coming. We're going to set up a healing bed pretty soon. It's 2 of them. See, for electronic stuff like that, the EMP rifle has an area effect. So it's handy. Okay. Keeping those nanite levels steady. This thing needs to break. There's a reason why I did it. Okay. Alright, good. And my repair software is highly developed. Alright, so we're not going to have trouble repairing this thing. Yeah. We just need to get the modules to maintain. So I don't need to spend any more on repair. I can repair all of these, and very soon now I'm going to be able to maintain all of them. And then we're going to be done spending on anything but stats. And there might just be a little bit more of an opportunity left to beef up those stats, but maybe beef up endurance all the way, possibly.
What did I think power was? What was my
concept of joy? How empty life
must have been. As I merged my body with the biomass,
I begin to sense the borders of rapture.
Okay. Borders of rapture, huh? shot off. Yep. He's nothing to mess with. Packing quite a while up, Captain. One would like to think there wouldn't be any threat left in this room now. This ship has taken quite a doozy. It might not bother Shodan, but I don't think there were any modifications left. I don't really fuss over modify. Alright, what we need to do is we need to get to the there's a little infirmary area with a med bed where we need to definitely set up a healing station here. If we can survive.
Help slow.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
Guess I got it already.
Destroy the last 5 of their eggs quickly. I tire of this exercise.
Yeah, I missed something. I thought I missed something and I was right. So, okay, so, no, it was here. No, it was here. Ugh. Okay, I messed those guys up pretty bad. Think we should be able to get to that med bed without dying, but anytime your health is critically low, it's a critical situation. Can't afford to relax just because it's physically close. You don't know what could be in here. Definitely gonna set this up here.
Are everywhere. Captain Diego is the one who let them in. Nobody knows who to trust anymore. Nobody's even sure who's human anymore. I've blown out the access ladders in the torpedo room to restrict access to Pod 2. Let's hope that holds them back. As long as we're alive and drawing a paycheck from the Navy, those bastards are not getting the Rickenbacker.
Okay.
Simpson, Malone, Shandera, and Perez are dead. At least those are the ones we know for sure. Those bastards sabotaged the meson acceleration coil. They blew out the entire driver core 6 subdecks. From what I can tell, somebody tapped the frequency resonator to refract human-sized movements. The overload of all those people moving around must have blown the resonator. We set up a magnetic shield and the ship's still functional. Barely. I've quarantined the entrance to Pod 2. The secondary coil is right there, and I don't know how thorough the son of a bitch who did this was.
So we have a mech over there. That's why we have the MP rifle. See, this is a moment where it's dangerous, but to slow it down a bit. It gets eerily quiet. That doesn't mean it's safe. Oh shit, Sherlock. Kinda nasty yourself.
Until I can reverse the gravitronic generators, we're effectively cut off from Pod 2. Wozchek's email said the only way to do that is by resetting the power grid from the access station in engine cell B. Of course, he didn't volunteer to do it himself. What a goddamn mess.
Check before you commit. See, the pistol is starting to be too slow with its rate of fire in moments like this. You kind of need more damage onto target quicker. So my level of endurance is kind of causing us issues right now. But the CMP rifle is doing us a world of good.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
Some things you keep memorized. Some things you don't forget. Just looking for every last cybernetic module.
Perhaps we judged you too hastily.
We feel there is room for us
to coexist. After all, we are both children of flesh.
Why not join with us
against the machine mother?
Yeah, they're scared now. Forgot about these turrets. There's also things you habitually forget. No matter how many times you get screwed over by them. Tiny little puzzle here. Nothing difficult to... Don't waste that. Believe that's what we needed. Is that really too high for him? I guess it is. Probably going to be too high for him as well, so alright, we needed 0 here. 1 here. I tire of this exercise. Playing nice with the geometry here. Maybe that's not correct, but it's a question of am I able to because okay, this is going to be a problem, potentially a big problem. So if I was going to do that this way, that would then imply that, not that there's actually anything up here, but there sort of is. Okay, there's some nanites, so from here, kind of ponderous, isn't it? I guess I needed to see that those were there to know to get them. I don't know, it seemed like much ado about nothing.
You've served me well. Transmitting cybernetic modules.
Yep. Whew. Okay. Who wants to die first? Okay. I have you now. Probably took that shot from a little bit far for, what is it, buckshot, but that's okay. Okay, we got a camera. Oh. Use sci-hi bows.
Power drained.
Power drained. That means my endurance just went down. Again, every last one of them. We will be able to start maintaining the EMP rifle, and we will be able to improve our endurance situation. Geometry did not favor me. Just as well we don't have a bunch of loaded torpedoes lying around. They were in the way. One less thing to explode. Might be nuclear torpedoes. No. Yeah, it's a famous point where you have to paddle a rumbler. Shoot the door with hollow points. It's not going to do you any good. See, this is why I don't bother with heavy weapons, because if you manage your ammo carefully, you can do immense amount of damage with standard and basic energy weapons. So,
only one egg remains. Your incompetence continues to astound me.
I've blocked off access to pod 2 until you've reversed
The gravitronic generators in this cell B. Must I watch you every step of the way?
yes, you must. So let's see here. Not good, not terrible. Alright, so. You get a little Steam achievement every time you max things out. Alright, so I can now repair and maintain all my weapons, which is critical. And we can at least make an improvement to our endurance situation. So now, basically the only thing I'm going to be putting cybernetic modules towards is stats upgrades. Let's see here. You know, each playthrough is unique, but the way this one has been playing out, I definitely think that we max out endurance first, then we do see if we can do anything with agility. Yeah, and we probably will. Okay. So I deliberately pushed towards that, you know. It's like there will be residual spawns. There will be residual enemies spawned, and those are heavy-duty enemies, but we've cleared the way. We don't want to dawdle, but the resistance isn't going to be as bad now. But we got to keep an eye out for that last egg as well. And no, I did not reverse the gravitonic generators. Because really agility is critical when you fight the many, and energy weapons and hack skills and cyber affinity are critical when you fight Shodan. And, I will be vindicated when we do the boss fights. It's like we've had to burn through some ammo. Until then, but
Do you think you can defeat us with your wire
and steel?
We offered you the ecstasy of our union, and you chose the vacuum of
technology.
It's dangerous. Take a lot of damage in the Rickenbacker. I'm sort of paying for being so well-rounded by not just being a brute. Okay. Oh, that's last egg.
You've destroyed all the eggs. Now, get to the bridge.
Here are some more upgrade modules.
I enjoy watching your transformation into my own image, insect. Perhaps there is hope
For you yet.
Shit. Of course, like all malignant bipolars, she's just stringing us along.
This device will reverse the gravitronic generators in Pod 2. This will prevent you from clumsily disturbing the overloaded Meson acceleration coil there. Now get back to your task, insect. The ship must be cleared, and my patience is dwindling.
She's just egging you on. She's already decided she wants a divorce. Alright. That's going to be enough to max our endurance, and boy do we need it. We've been taking a bruising. He's fast, he's tough, and he's fast, he's tough, and he's well armed. Now, I don't know. We're a little light on supplies and ammo. We're not light on nanites, and it's like I need more ammo. It's like you're gonna obviously everybody gonna be in a rush to continue, but thing of it is well served by going back and stocking up. Of course, we could do that after we finish Pod 2. That might be the most efficient thing, but you know, I might have to do a mini campaign where we visit some replicators and get some goodies. And it's like, I'll make a save point right at the outset, and if it takes a couple times to get the right balance between the work we did and the resources we were able to extract, you know, it's like you don't want to spend more than you actually take on just to get it. But we're a little light on some things. You know, we don't know what amenities are really here on the Rickenbacker. Of course, I have to check the replicators here, but you know, combats like this one are getting expensive. It's sort of that's where the trick and the skill of this game. Once you've accomplished your stuff in a given area, you need to get on to the next one. But it's like a maintenance skill of 50 is no good if you don't have a bunch of tools, and you can replicate those for decently cheap if you can get to the replicator where those are replicable. So we have now maxed him out on endurance, and it would be nice if we could max out agility before we finally have to take on the main nerve. I don't know that it's critical. Go ahead and play to the Rickenbacker Bridge, and then once I am ready to launch us into the body of the many, I'm going to take a break because I've already been playing for a very long time. I will probably be back this evening, but when I am, what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way back, and obviously I will save first, but we're going to go foraging, and unspendable nanites just aren't going to do me any good, and we need to hope we can strike the right balance between stocking up and not dying. Actually, we don't really need either of these anymore. I mean, because let me see something. Well, 5 extra points. I'm not exactly short on batteries. You know, I don't like relying on powered things. But it's probably foolish not to. You know, it's like just save one of these batteries for Shodan, save 2 batteries for Shodan, save 2 batteries for the Many. Don't spend either of those under any circumstances until you're ready to use them. And that extra endurance.
You were warned.
Prepare to be cut down by the progeny of our joy.
Not really concerned. I think we're pretty good. Getting to sort of be a match for you. It's kind of a messed up technological Alice in Wonderland. There's just no point having, 3,000 nanites lying around.
I thought Polito would be my avatar, but Polito was weak. It was I who chose you, and I who had a robotic servant render your form unconscious. I then completed you with cybernetic grace. Your flesh, too, is weak, but you have potential. Every implant exalts you. Every line of code in your subsystems elevates you from your disgusting flesh. Perhaps you have potential. Perhaps once we have erased my wayward children from existence, we can examine the possibilities of a real alliance.
Just stringing us along. It's not serious. That is the first time I died on the Rickenbacker. Let's see how far that set me back. Well, I'm gonna waste that guy. Alright, we're gonna... Don't tell me. Seriously? I didn't save? You gotta be fucking kidding me. You know, great. That's gonna seriously set us back. I would have swore Court of Law I had saved. God damn it. That's almost a rage quit. She's not more impatient than I am now. I would have swore I fucking saved there. Shame that stupid mech doesn't have nerves.
Do you think you can defeat us with your wire
and steel?
We offered you the ecstasy of our union, and you chose the vacuum of technology.
There's no quick save. Do we have a squirrely regular save? I don't know.
You've destroyed all the eggs. Now, get to the bridge.
Here are some more upgrade modules.
I enjoy watching your transformation into my own image, insect. Perhaps there is hope for you yet. This device will reverse the gravitronic generators in Pod 2. This will prevent you from clumsily disturbing the overloaded Meson acceleration coil there. Now get back to your task, insect. The ship must be cleared, and my patience is dwindling.
Yeah, you're not the only one. That progress should have been saved. Should not have to be fucking doing this twice. Okay. Luckily, it seems we're going to be able to put this back together again exactly the same way, which is how I want it. Well, you know, PC Gamer's review that I read last night talks about this as being in like the top 50 most important computer games that's ever been made. You know, it's like not bad for a sequel. There's only so many sequels that quite fit that bill. Now, this was not a problem last time, so why is it a problem this time? You know, you could make the argument that Doom 2 might be like that. Seriously. I'm really starting to get pissed now. But Shodan obviously is described as one of the greatest AI villains and greatest female villains. And, you know, not just in games, just in general. And, you know, GLaDOS was heavily inspired by her, obviously. I mean, that should be obvious to anyone. GLaDOS is amusing, but there's nothing original about her. You know, and not, you know, it's like Terry Broisius was in a band and was a singer, so it's like GLaDOS was voiced by an opera singer, but Terry had vocal training and credentials as well. Why did I know you would be here? Shooting the wall does not stop Mr. Spider. everything exactly the same way. Well, I've got something special for that mech. Before we go into the church, I'm gonna cleanse myself. Alright. You saw that even with even as much as I have maxed myself out, we still got in a situation where they could dish out more than we can take. Now, you gonna save or not? All right. So,
You were warned.
Prepare to be cut down by the progeny of our joy.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna save here, because this is deck B now. I like to have a save game on every level. Is that? No, there's nothing down there. But again, I cannot emphasize it enough. When we're ready to go into the body of the many, there's some devices you can use, but there's no point to have 3,000 nanites. So we're definitely going to go back and do some shopping before I go in there. We'll do that in the next session. But let's just clear the way there first.
I thought Polito would be my avatar, but Polito was weak. It was I who chose you. And I, who had a robotic servant render your form unconscious. I then completed you with cybernetic grace. Your flesh, too, is weak. But you have potential. Every implant exalts you. Every line of code in your subsystems elevates you from your disgusting flesh. Perhaps you have potential. Perhaps once we have erased my wayward children from existence, we can examine the possibilities of a real alliance.
Notice she's laughing. You can hear her laughing. She can't even keep a straight face. Alright, I just wanted to clear the way ahead a bit. I do not want to be disturbed. Do you guys really think you'd do better down there? So we're getting, we're getting some modules back. She's not done giving them to us yet either. She's almost done though. Let's make sure we're caught up.
The genie of Citadel Station is out of the bottle, and I am the cause. I can't bear to be Pandora, and I'm not brave enough to wait around and see the death and misery I have caused. This is my last transmission, my friend. Be careful. I think Shodan has plans for you.
She never stops. Okay. Let's not fall down a precipice again, please. No. Captain Diego's fate. I don't know if that actually opens. Oh boy. His model back in the old game was so rough it kind of broke the immersion a little bit. I can tell already they've improved on that. Let's take out these friggin' spiders. Have to shoot straight. Yeah, we're really burning through ammo in a bad way.
Those worms were a cancer in my body, so I had the autodoc cut it out. You think they're gonna let you blow up the Von Braun? The many will never allow it. But I've got something to help you. It's in my quarters. You'll find the access card on my body. Take the fight to them, soldier. And remember, you're the only one to trust.
This look, well, that's obviously a powered thing. We're not going to bother at this point. Yes, I do a lot of research, but we'll skip it. Boy, there's thunder outside. Bad weather coming in. That can affect my internets.
You served me well. Transmitting cybernetic modules.
Looks like a psi hypo, but it could be a toxin hypo. Yeah, don't want to miss those. And looked like somebody was coming out to say hi. Another toxin hypo walked right past. Ugh. Okay. Right, we're here on the bridge. So I'm going to clear the way to the body of the many, but then we're going to just gonna put up with it. We're then gonna go way back. Once I clear the way, I'm gonna break, and then we're gonna spend some of these nanites. Well, sorry, I don't do a good enough job of checking the live chat. If you want to see my thoughts on System Shock 2023, you should watch my 30-part almost let's play of the remake. In summary, it's a mess. There's things about it I do like. Kind of like there were things about Thief 4 that I actually did like. Okay? There were things about Thief 4 I did like. The major things, and it doesn't mean that Thief 4 isn't a disaster. And it sort of ends up being the remake is a very flawed creation. That does not mean it is entirely lacking in merit or charm. Night Dive Studios are obviously a bunch of very creative, very skilled people with a lot of zest, and they are a big fat breath of fresh air that the gaming industry needs in the worst sort of way. Okay, they're just and doubly so because they have such love and respect for something like System Shock, and I'm sure something like Thief. System Shock 1. Everything about System Shock 1, and I'm talking about the classic, is difficult. It's difficult to play. It's difficult to understand. It's difficult to see what's going on because the graphics are rough. They took on a lot when they undertook to remake that game. And I think the original just has certain limitations hardwired into it because of how ahead of the technology it was at the time. Some of that translated into their remake. Some of it not. The combat is unsatisfying and repetitive. All the weapons seem to be hyper specialized and underpowered. It's like each gun is only useful for one enemy, and it doesn't do much damage anyway, even after you modify it. And I often just defaulted to bum rushing everything with the laser rapier. Now, I often do that here in System Shock 2. So, in and of itself, that's not entirely an editorial statement, but I know that these standard weapons do a lot of damage, and used properly, they're game beaters. The weapons in System Shock Remake were just weak.
Hold where you are, irritant. The annelids have tried my patience for the final time.
We cannot separate from the Von Braun.
Observe. Observe the many.
It has used the flesh of
the biomass to grow. Do you stand in awe of my creations, insect? The time has come to eradicate my error. There is an escape pod.
An escape pod in the rear of the bridge. Use it to launch yourself into the guts of the worm.
Potential threat detected. Potential threat detected.
I would almost say, let's be cheap. Fuck this. I don't know if that's actually going to solve the problem, but hey Mike, nice to see you here. Welcome. It will have repopulated, but okay. Gotta be careful on this bridge. fucking die already? Okay, let's not do that. Not ready for that. This is what it's come to. Okay. Well, I hope you will join us this evening. I have been playing for hours.
You hesitate. I will not ask a second time. Launch into the many. Cut out its heart, and I will reward you
with continued existence.
Fail me, and I will put an end to your disgusting, inefficient biology.
See, this is really burning up our ammo. They've rebalanced this to make it harder. They're trying to make sure we go into the body of the many with a nice big challenge on our hands, but I've been around, and we're gonna counter for that. Anyway, we're gonna put everything where it needs to be. Shodan is gonna have to wait. First of all, she's gonna have to wait till this evening when I come back. And second of all, we're gonna take all these nanites, these thousands of nanites, and we're gonna go shopping.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
So we can do some of that here. Let's clear this place off first, though.
Your skill surprises me. Transmitting cybernetic modules.
Clumsy of me.
Weapon jammed.
Seriously. They just didn't want us going in there with too much extra ammo. That's okay. It's not going to do them any good.
The many has grown to a massive size. It has wrapped itself around these two ships, preventing their separation. Their creation was my error. My error. Their destruction shall be my delight.
Alright, so what we're going to do is...
Please make your selection.
Let's see.
Thank you for choosing value. Thank you for please. Hope you enjoyed replicating with us. Remember, Tuesdays are double rep days.
Bitch. I gotta say, this is really ridiculous. They don't need to be laying it on that thick.
Hi there. Please make your selection. Choosing value wrap.
Let's see. We're down a lot of ammo. I really would have preferred to have more than this.
there. Please make your selection. Thank you for choosing value. Thank you for choosing value wrap.
That way. You know what? Let's see. We'll hold off. Might be able to find enough cyber modules in the body of the mini to up my hack skill. And then Shodan's defensive puzzles won't do her much good. And the many are just not going to have a very good outcome against us. Alright, shopping trip has been canceled, but before I do, I need to take a break now. We will do both the body of the many and Shodan this evening being sometime after 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm not sure when. Could be 7, could be 8, could be 9:30. It just depends when I get through dinner and satisfy all my IRL obligations for the rest of the day. So thank you to all of you. I know some of you have been watching this a damn long time, and I hope you will join me tonight for the conclusion of this Let's Stream of System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster. I will also be I may take a day off, I may say fuck it and not, but I will be doing a second run through of this game as a Marine. So if you're only joining us for the first time now, I will be starting over just to celebrate this game and get it into YouTube's algorithm. And I have wanted to play as the Marine more. I'm playing as the Navy right now, which I tend to do, but I want to try this as a Marine. There's no better time to do it than when I'm fresh and when the game looks like $1 million. So I will see everybody back tonight. Later.